Welcome, everyone. This is Morning with Jesus, and I am one of your hostesses, Barbara Amazing Grace Reynolds. And we will be bringing you the Spirit of Jesus through the words that He wants to share and the love that is attached to those words. So get yourself a pen and paper, sit back and drink your cup of coffee or your glass of water or whatever it is you start the day with. And just allow yourself to be in this beautiful, amazing energy. So we will start out by introducing ourselves, and I will let my co-hostess, DC Love, go first. DC?
Thank you. Hello, everybody. This is DC Love. I have psychic and mediumship abilities. I am a channeler and a healer and an empath. I've communicated with my loved ones who have crossed over. I now communicate with the angels, the Ascended Masters, and recently I've been connecting with a few celebrities on the other side as well. I've been to heaven a few times. I've channeled healing messages from Jesus, and I find this to be one of the most life-changing experiences I've ever had, and it's so profound. I have a background in law enforcement. I've studied the martial arts. I'm a Reiki master and teacher. I'm certified with the American Federation of Certified Psychics and Mediums. I've hung up my 357, and now love is my revolver. So my purpose this time around is just to help people in a loving way. Love is what I am. Love is what I do. Love is what I listen to. Everyone, this is DC Love. And Barbara, I hesitated for a minute when I was saying I'm certified with the American Federation of Certified Psychics, because as soon as I said I'm certified, I heard you're certifiable. Joan Rivers just popped in, so
Oh.
I am certifiable.
Oh, wonderful. She had such laughter.
Good morning, Joan. Yes. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you, DC. Okay, I am Barbara Amazing Grace Reynolds. And no, amazing was not in my birth name. Neither was Grace. But hey, it's my name. I can change it to what I want, right? And I am a freedom and empowerment life coach. And I use infinity healing to help people release their old beliefs and start accepting who they are. And I do that with myself as well, because I've always known that there was something more, that life wasn't as small as I had been taught that it was. And so I've been on this path of evolving myself and assisting other people in their own evolution. And it just makes my life better and better and better. And it's also deepened my connection with the universe, God, the force within, whatever name you want to use, so that I can have a true understanding of my own existence. Boy, that sounds awfully deep for a morning, but that's what's coming to me. So if you want to learn more about either DC Love or me, you can go to my website, divinelyguidedhealing.com, and click on Morning with Jesus. And at the bottom of the page are little bios for each of us, and click on Learn More, and it will take you directly to DC's website, which is therealdc.com. And it'll also take you to About Me on my website. So this whole call is about you. It's about messages for you to expand your life and your understanding of you. So we welcome you to the call, and we will begin now with the message that DC has received from Jesus. Okay, DC, let us hear it.
Thank you, Barbara. I hope you're ready for this message. I always ask Jesus if you could come in, and I want to prepare. I want to have a nice little message. And when I woke up yesterday morning, I woke up and in my head I could hear the song, Jesus Take the Wheel, playing in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, oh gosh, and it made me smile. And I'm thinking this is really cool. I had this smile that was from ear to ear. It was just like plastered all over my face. And it made me think, yeah, how great is that to let Jesus take over, to let Jesus be completely in control. I then heard, do not worry, my child. I have a plan for you. You can trust in my plan as you rest safely in my arms. I'm always in control. I've got this covered. I want you to live each day with happiness and joy, and instead of worrying, focus on living your life to the fullest. Each day is a blessing. Each moment gives you the opportunity to create a life filled with joy and true fulfillment. So I'm thinking, wow, I can remember in the past, where I wanted to be in control of me. I wanted to be in control of my life. After all, Barbara, I am an adult. And you probably know how this is going. Not the way that I planned. I would always hear, get out of your own way. So that concept took me a little while, and I finally realized, you know what, life doesn't have to be this difficult. And then I'm thinking, oh, God. And then as soon as I just came out, oh, God, I could hear Jesus laugh, and he commented, yes, oh, God. So then I was shown, in my mind's eye, I was shown George Burns as he played God, oh, God, in book 2. And I remember this was a cute little movie. It was funny. And then suddenly I saw myself riding in the sidecar of the motorcycle, and George Burns, God, was driving. And it was like watching myself on the big screen. I couldn't help but laugh. I then heard, don't take life so seriously. After all, I'm in charge. So I guess the part like I play in all of this is to ask each of you now to notice our Creator. And it's my job right now to spread the word, think God. He's saying he hasn't heard from a lot of you lately, and he says, I'm just not in people's thoughts as much anymore. I hear you now and then. There are those of you that think of me only when you're in trouble, and, that's when you reach out to me. Please don't take God for granted. Just because you can't see something, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Sometimes you have to believe in things you can't see, and we are all asked to basically have the faith of a child. And then he says, I'm adding you to my club of heavyweights. You're right up there with Socrates, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and Abraham Lincoln. And he goes, don't worry about being qualified because even Einstein flunked out in regard to the end of the universe. So then he got a little bit more serious. He gave me a message, and this message is for everyone. Live each day by faith and not by sight. Although we have limits, you have to remember with God, there are no limits. God is limitless. Don't ever be afraid. Know that I am always with you. I will be a roadmap on your journey through life. When you feel lost, turn to me. I will guide you. I may take you to places that you don't like, you don't want to go, but these places will bring you growth, and they're going to teach you precious lessons. You need to fasten your seatbelt and know I'm in the driver's seat. And as you ride this out, you're going to face your fears. You're going to discover you are stronger than you know, and you're going to be on the road for your highest and best. And don't forget what I was able to accomplish in a week. I love you, Jesus, oh God.
Oh, that's a lovely, wonderful message.
Yeah, I don't think, we realize that Jesus does have a sense of humor, Barbara. And I've learned that myself, early on in my journey. That, when you think of Jesus, people get like serious and stuff, but he does have a funny side, And as I began my journey, when I was getting a little bit too serious for my own good, Joan Rivers popped in. And I couldn't be serious after that. So we just have to, like I said, not take things too seriously.
Yes, definitely. And it's wonderful the way that, while you were talking, I was getting these messages, of course, because I always get messages while people are talking, which doesn't mean that I wasn't listening, but I was getting stuff in addition to what you were saying. And one of the things that I kept hearing was the Christ consciousness. And so if you are one of those people that has an issue with allowing God to be in control, then they want you to understand that they're simply talking about you coming from the Christ consciousness, which is within each and every one of us, which is the God within. And it is allowing yourself to be guided by that higher wisdom. It's not that Jesus wants to control you like you're some kind of mannequin or anything. It's that he wants you to live your life tapped into that wisdom, tapped into that knowing that allows you to make the best decisions in every moment, so that you don't have to have all of the drama and trauma and upsets and all of that stuff, that you don't have to have those moments when everything seems to be falling apart, so that you can notice that God is even a possibility. When you are coming from that love, from that Christ consciousness, from God within in every moment, then your life can flow and you can just have a grand old time and you can have fun and you can evolve and experience all of the wonders of the world without taking everything so seriously. And that's one of the things my guidance will tell me so often is lighten up. You know, that's why you've got Joan, because she'll pop in and tell you that you're just
She
being
certainly does.
serious. Yes.
But even I was trying to seriously read my message, and she wouldn't let me. She just got in my head again. I'm like, oh, my goodness, Joan. Oh, it is crazy. But it's beautiful because for some reason, I get messages from Jesus, but I'm always shown it like in maybe like in like story form, and I see it like as TV shows or movies.
Mhm.
But it's crazy. I guess I need, I am a visual person and I like to see things. But I really relate to like the message that I had given, because I had just had a conversation the other day with my husband, and I was saying, he had heard, spirit, and it scared him a little bit. And I said, there's nothing to be afraid of. I said, I see spirit. He said, you see spirit? He said, you can't see spirit. And I said, I do see spirit. And it sort of reflected back on the movie where the little girl, her mom is, saying to her, people do not just see or talk to God, And then the little girl is telling her mother, but he did talk to me. He was here and he talked to me, And I'm telling my husband, I do see, spirit, not all the time. I see angels, whoever, but not all the time. And they talk to me as well. So it's kind of crazy. It's really funny.
Well,
But we have
part of
think like the messages, we have to believe in things that we can't see.
yes, it's part of our evolution. It's part of our coming to understand that there is more to life than just what we can experience with our physical bodies, that we are more. And that when you open up to that, when you start accepting that and living that, then it's like opening your third eye. It's opening your clairaudience, your clairsentience, all of those abilities that are beyond the physical. It's you becoming who you truly are and seeing what is not necessarily in the physical, because there's more to life than just the physical.
Definitely. And what I'm getting right now is, the reason I brought this message out is because, Jesus does not only need you and I, Barbara, like with our morning show. He needs all of us to really spread this message, So it's going to take all of us. And he wants us all to have the courage to just be able to, to shine and to be able to, send our light out to others and help them shine as well. But I did get a little bit more serious of a message as well before I got the funny message. So I do have another little message to share if you'd like to hear it.
Sure.
Okay. Jesus reminds us to always remember the joy and blessings that we have in our life. Our divine Creator asks us to consciously welcome joy. Dear ones, remember what brings you joy. In doing so, you raise your vibration and you attract positive blessings into the life of others. Resonate with a beautiful feeling of joy. Breathe it in. Let it inspire you. breathe it out, and share your joy with the world. Let your love be felt by all. The feeling of love is so profoundly healing. Beloved ones, I am here guiding you to heal yourself and others and to keep it going and to inspire each other. And as you connect in your heart to love, to the love that embraces the universe, I want you to clear your mind, breathe, relax, and listen. Feel my presence. Feel the positive, loving energy flowing to you and allow it to manifest blessings in your life, and then you can help others. You will be fulfilling your divine soul purpose and life mission. Feel your frequency vibrate higher as loving words are being said. Let joy and love guide you. You are consciously co-creating with the divine, a life that is filled with love, joy, and abundance. Appreciate each moment, letting beautiful feelings of love and joy radiate from every fiber of your being to everyone around you. And remember, by connecting with the power of love, you create blessings. Start today. Create the reality you desire. Manifest it with love. I am here to help you achieve your potential. I sit patiently waiting for you to ask for help. Have faith that I will help you. Be open and receptive to the abundance that is all around you. I love you, Jesus.
That's a wonderful message. Yeah. That just reminds me of what it is that I feel that I am here to do. I help people to have a better understanding of themselves and to release those old beliefs that don't serve them. Those beliefs that were never true, but, we take on a lot of stuff that's not true, and we allow it to run our lives. And so letting go of those beliefs can sometimes feel kind of scary because, that's our truth. That's what we've always believed. Our parents believed it. Our grandparents believed it. It's how we live. It's what we identify with. But it doesn't have to be what limits your life, because that's what those false beliefs do. They keep you living small. And the more you are willing to release them and to open up to the truth of who you are, the more your life can evolve and the more joyful it becomes. It's all a natural part of the process of coming back to who you are. So we have all of these fears about, if I connect with Jesus, if I connect with God, they're going to tell me everything I've ever done wrong and what I'm going to be sentenced to hell for, or some ridiculous beliefs that we have taken on in our lives. And I have never, ever, in all of the years that I have been receiving messages from my guidance, they have never, ever chastised me. They have never, ever told me that I was wrong, that I was doing wrong, that I was going to be punished. They've never said anything like that to me. It has always been about love. It has always been about acceptance. I've always known that they accept me exactly as I am. And I'm not perfect, but they don't care about that. They still love me, no matter what. And that gives you an enormous sense of freedom. It gives you that opportunity to be like that child, to explore life, just for the sheer wonder of it, because you can't do anything wrong in their eyes. It's just such a wonderful feeling, and they really want everyone to come back, to start allowing themselves to feel that love, to have that freedom, to explore themselves.
Beautiful. And Barbara, as you were saying that, I was hearing this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. So you get messages, and I'm getting I'm getting this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. But mornings with Jesus, and as the sun is coming up, we're asked to have the courage to let our light shine upon others.
Yes.
And that's what you do. You have such brilliant light, Barbara, and you've shined your light for so many to see, and you've helped me to align my life and get everything, and I'm on the path that I'm supposed to be on now. So I thank you.
You're welcome. It's really funny because I have a coach that I work with, and when she was looking at my issues, because of course I have issues too, and she was saying, you really are afraid for people to see you. And she was right. For so much of my life, I was in the background. I did not want to be seen. I was afraid to be seen. I was afraid I wasn't going to be good enough, that people were going to, see me and go, oh, well, we can dismiss her. She's nothing, So I was dismissing myself. And I am learning to allow people to see me. I am learning to allow my light to shine, to be a brighter, beautiful beacon for the people who are looking for what I have to offer, to allow them to come to me, to allow me to work with them, to allow me to realize that, yes, I do know enough to help others. And that's been a big step. It really is. But I'm so glad I'm taking it.
Definitely. Well, I just, in the mornings, now when we do Mornings with Jesus, what I was playing in my mind is there's like a commercial where a lady's walking past a mirror and she has like a facial mask to make her skin like shine more brightly. And she walks by the mirror and she goes, ah! And she realizes it's her she's looking at. So I'm sort of like that in the morning, and I walk by the mirror and I go, ah! I forget it's me I'm looking at,
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful.
I don't know. My guides and the angels and stuff, they're just making me laugh. I must need this.
Well, they always enjoy making us laugh because, frankly, it
Yeah.
just lightens us up because we can be so incredibly heavy.
Definitely. That's so true. And I thank you for, just having the courage to be around me, because at times, like, my story is a little crazy and crazy things happen, and you just take it all in stride, Barbara. You really are amazing.
I find your story interesting. I find everybody's story interesting. I even find my story interesting.
Oh my gosh. Well, like going back, like, oh God, book 2 and stuff, the little girl ends up where she's seeing like all these different psychiatrists. They think she's crazy, And when I start telling people, my story started like in a crazy way too. I mean, I had cookies flying off of countertops. My cell phone was texting me. There was noises like all over the place, and I felt like someone was sitting upon me. So I have a crazy story as well, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. It's funny, I didn't end up talking to a psychiatrist with all this stuff going on. So I really, I really relate to that little girl, Tracy's the little girl in the movie and stuff. And she just, kept the faith, and, and then God finally did come to her rescue. He got her, before they put her in an institution, he came in and he made his presence known to all these big psychiatrists. It was like maybe 12 of them. And when he got done, they didn't know if they were sane, and the cute part is, like, a lot of them did believe, okay, this is God. Tracy was talking to God and stuff, and that was, like, really beautiful.
Yeah.
But sometimes
wonderful.
people have to be
we are all, well,
and
yeah, but we are
have to
all being used by, well, not used. We are all extensions of
like
God.
vessels or tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
It is. It's a beautiful thing. And I I just feel like more and more I'm being used, and I've been connecting with people worldwide, which is really, to me, amazing.
Yeah.
So not only do I help people, I connect like in the United States, I've been connecting in like other countries as well. And I just, through this journey, I find the world is smaller than we think it is when you start connecting with people all over the world.
Yeah.
And with,
That's a
Jesus,
wonderful
with God,
thing.
all things are possible. So it's just, It's so
Exactly.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, I think we've had an
Well,
interesting morning.
I think so too. And Jesus wants to end with, instead of me channeling a message, he wants me to read one of the messages posted on this wall. Apparently, I'm going to read
Awesome.
everything posted on this wall again. Okay. And so while I am reading this, there is healing energy in it. There is love in it. And if you are open to allowing you to be transformed by these words, then you will be. So just take a nice deep breath and relax and listen. I now claim my worth as an incarnation of Source. I realign myself to the truth of who I am. I am an aspect of the Creator in full manifestation. I am equal to every other person who has ever existed or ever will exist. I decree that I was proven at birth, and I deserve love, respect, prosperity, health, freedom, and all of the gifts given to me. I release everything from my past that is not in alignment with this intention. I am living in my worth in every moment. I am focusing on my worth in every thought. I know my worth, and I claim it fully. I give myself permission to have confidence in me. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. And I am free. I align every aspect of my being to this truth. I am word through this intention. Word. I am word. And when it's saying
Beautiful.
word, I am word, they're talking about the word of God. You are the word of God. Now I feel like I can go out and take on the world.
Yes. Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful. You just feel so, I feel like I took like a pill to give me energy or something, and I just feel so warm and fuzzy. It's just so many different feelings all combined. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it is when we are allowing ourselves to be one with the Christ consciousness, one with Jesus, one with God, one with the universe. Whatever wording works for you is absolutely fine. But when you are allowing yourself to be more, because you are more, and it just makes such a huge difference in your life. So stop playing small, people.
That's right. We can't play small. We've got to really, thinking big. After all, we're right up there. Don't forget, he wants all of us, to be right up there. He's placing us up there with Socrates, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and Abraham Lincoln. So they didn't think small. We're not going to think small.
Exactly. Oh, well, wonderful. Well, it was a great conversation today, DC, and thank you so much for coming up with this idea.
Oh, thank you. Well, that wasn't my idea.
All right, for expressing the idea. You were the one that said the words, morning with Jesus. So,
yeah, beautiful.
Well, everyone, we'll be back next Tuesday morning, and feel free to join us. And if you have a question that you would like answered, send us that question. And it tells you what the email address is at the website, divinelyguidedhealing.com. Click on Morning with Jesus and start asking the questions that you have about your life. And allow God to assist you. Allow Jesus to come into your heart and open your eyes and awaken you to the truth of who you are. That's just one of the many avenues that you have for getting your answers. So start taking advantage of it. And remember, we love you. Any final words, TC?
Just, we love you. Have a great day, and don't be afraid to let your light shine.
You see, now I've got that song playing in my head. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
I know. Well, I love you, Barbara, and I love everyone listening. Have a great day.
You too, DC. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Bye.